Hey, it's your girl, Lovely Diane. And as you can see, I'm out here in nature, enjoying the moment. And so, one thing with me is my goal is to be an inspirational speaker, which I am, first off. I like to influence women to be the best versions of themselves, to be empowered, and know that they can do anything that they put their mind to. But one thing I've never done is I've never told my story. That's always been one of my biggest fear. And I talk and I preach about how I don't live in fear, but yet I'm so fearful to tell my story of where I come from to live to the woman I am today. So today I think I'm gonna try to take the power to let you know my story and how I walk in this light and how I got here. So bear with me as I get through this because it's a lot, but the best part about it is that I made it through. I am stronger because of it, and I don't take any of it back, not even for a second. Even though when I was going through it, I felt like I wanted to end everything multiple times. I give God, Spirit, and my guardian angels thanks for me not doing it. So, here goes nothing. So, I'll just start from those who don't know you. My name is Diane. I also now go by Lovely Diane. Back in 2012, I moved here to New York, we'll say, and I met this man. And one thing about us women, we don't listen to our gut when we should. We let love or lust fool us. And I met this man, and he was so different. He was so cool, so swag. Like, I just loved this whole everything about him. It was dope. Like, it was something I never experienced. It's something I never had. He was a bad boy. Came in with money and just a whole different lifestyle that I never experienced. So it was like new and fun and exciting, and it was like everything that I felt like I wanted at the time. So things progressed. We moved in together, fell in love, so have it. But something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. When I started dating him, my goal was to satisfy him. That's it. Anything he wanted me to be, I'd be. Period. Like, even if it didn't sit right with me and my spirit, it didn't matter because my goal was to make sure he was happy and he was loved and he felt good and he felt at peace. It didn't matter what I felt. So that went on. We moved in together. And once we moved in together, that's when things kind of, still the thing, still the same. It's still like my friends, they love me. Like, my friends, they loved me. They would like drop little hints like, oh, I think you're moving too fast. I think you should get to know him. And of course, I didn't listen. You know, when you in love, you become so blind to the things that you need to pay attention to. If you got friends that's been friends for years, they not telling you things to hurt you, sis. They telling you things because they love you and care about you. One, let's clear that up. True friends. True, genuine, cold-hearted friends that's never solid-ass friends. Not ones that done turned up against you. Not ones that done cussed you out. Or not ones that talk about you behind your back. Them ain't friends. But I'm talking about friends that will hold you down. When those people come to you, those people are life, okay? And they're rare. So appreciate them. But anyways, back to where I was going. So things was good, you know, like it wasn't the greatest, like I wasn't the happiest, but I wasn't miserable either because I didn't mind doing it because I felt like I was happy. But as things progressed and I couldn't do the things that he wanted me to do anymore, that's when things took a change. Like in the beginning, it would just start off with like roughhousing. You know what I'm saying? Like roughhousing, back and forth, arguing, cussing you out, calling you out your name, which should never be accepted. If a man can slip out his mouth and call you a bitch, call you slut, oh, you ain't good for nothing, that's not the man for you, sis. Because when a man truly loves you, he's not gonna do them things. Those things wouldn't even, no matter if he's mad, no matter if he's having a bad day. That's what I used to go through. Sometimes he's having a bad day, so he would take it out on me. And I done cooked, I done cleaned, I done everything. You name it, like I said, I did everything to make this person happy. But if they're having a bad day on the outside world, they'll bring it to you. Nah, don't no real man do that for you, sis. That's not love. And I'm here to tell you that today. It's not love. It's not a bad day. It's a bad man or woman, because it can go both ways, okay? So that's what it started with. It started with the verbal abuse. Oh, ain't nobody gonna want you. I'm a mother of 4. Well, now I'm a mother of 4. At the time I had 2. Ain't nobody gonna want you with no 2 kids. Yes, somebody will want you with 2 kids. Somebody will want you because you are a goddess. But that's where it begins. They'll verbally abuse you, break you down mentally, especially when you're not focused on you and know who you are. They will break you down. So that's my goal, is to let you know, be strong in who you are and know that you are the shit. So nobody can come through and rock you. But at that time, I did not know. So it worked. It literally worked. I'm like, dang, I do got 2 kids, and I ain't got my shit together, and I mean, he do love me. He been here this long, and we gonna build. Don't worry, he gonna change. He gonna get better. So I believed. And then, careful who you hang out with. When women going through the same thing that you going through, y'all gonna feed each other the bullshit. Excuse my cursing, because it's kind of hard to tell the story without cursing. Just because I done survived it and I can tell my story strongly. But when you around women who going through the same thing you going through, y'all feed each other. Y'all feed each other to stay in that situation, think things are gonna get better. Girl, it's okay, he just having a bad day. Cook him something, maybe you should do this and maybe you should do that. They don't know what they talking about. They living in misery just like you. They man out there cheating just like yours. They man out there clubbing just like yours. But guess what? She on the phone, so y'all can talk to each other and live in misery. Straight misery. Feeding each other's soul misery. Careful what you feed your soul. So, after the verbal abuse, that verbal abuse only lasts for so long before they get to a point where they want to put their hands on you. I remember my daughter, she was, gosh, how old was she? I want to say about 4 at the time. She was tiny. She was about 4 or 5, and stuff wasn't good. The verbal abuse, the little tussles that we was having. And one day she walked into this man slamming me up against the wall. Like, boom. It was like, boom, like up against the wall. And the look on my child's face, she was so afraid. And the man got me choked up, y'all, like literally choked up. And I'm looking at my baby and telling her, it's okay. It's okay. I'm telling her, it's okay. We just talking. And at the time when I look back, how dumb. Not, I'm a better person now, but guess what I was doing? Not only was I living in the abuse, I was showing my daughter that that was okay. That it's okay that a man does that to you. So the next day, my daughter went to school and told her teacher. Yep, at the time, she did the right thing. But I wasn't in the right state of mind to understand that my daughter wanted help for the both of us. You know what I'm saying? So she went and told her teacher. Next thing you know, CPS knocking on my door. I'm like, what the CPS doing here? You know what I'm saying? So here comes CPS knocking on my door. Telling me exactly, now the story, CPS got the story to the T. My daughter at that age, I used to call her the news reporter because she would tell a story exactly how it happened and played out. So I'm like, no, she must have watched the movie. Now still covering up the lie. Even more physical abuse. Now I'm just passing physical and mental abuse, passing it on to my daughter. Because now she's telling the truth, but I'm calling her a liar in front of the world, in front of people that she know what she saw. So can you imagine the pain that you're afflicting women who are in this situation, or women who've overcome this situation? Can you imagine the damage that you're doing that you don't even know that you're applying and doing? I didn't know at the time. So they leave, I'm like, how could you, Julian? How could you do this to them? How could you tell them our secret? I'm telling her what happens in this house stays in this house. You know that black saying. Y'all know that saying. What happens in this house stays in this house. Outside world does not need to know. Which is true. What happens in your house does need to stay in your house, but only to a certain extent. When it causes you harm and damage, reach out for help. Because if not you, then it's them. You understand? It's your children. It's your loved ones. So that was my first encounter of physical abuse. And as you know, it goes downhill from there. It got more aggressive, more detrimental. But guess what? Still wasn't enough, because since the whole world was against our relationship and our love, I was encouraged enough to marry the fool, y'all. Yes, honey, you listening correctly. Well, you know what? No, let me rewind the story. I lost everybody because they, at the time, I didn't know this, but they couldn't sit back and watch a beautiful woman like myself grow. I was a flower, like blooming at its highest peak. Live, laugh, love. I'm always silly. I was always goofy. But the more I stayed with him, the more I got with him, I lost myself. I was no longer smiling. I always had an attitude. I'm always yelling and cussing at my kids. I hated my job. I hated everything. Everything bothered me. Literally everything bothered me. But the problem was, it wasn't the outside world. It was my inside world. It was what I was going home and enduring that I couldn't face and tell the world. So I took it out on the world, which was not the answer. So I lost everything but him. I lost literally everything but him. He was still around. Enclosement, imprisonment, cut off the whole world so he could do what you want with me. Mentally, physically, emotionally. So, with being alone, spending a lot of time with him, I fooled myself that things would get better if we got married and have more kids. Yeah, 2 more. Now that make 4. So I did it. I got married. A lot of my friends weren't there. A lot of my true friends, people who weren't there for me, people who weren't real for me, oh, they was there. Why? Because they benefited off my negativity. When I was in a bad space, that was a time when they could come get something from me or ask something of me. Yeah. I had somebody that was so close to me, y'all. This person was my lifeline. Besides my fiance at the time, this person was my lifeline. This person I vented to about everything. Good, bad, and ugly, I vented to this person. And come to find out that this person had actually slept with my husband in my household and let me walk down the aisle with this man. Never had enough courage to come clean about it, to say, Diane, you know what? That's probably not the best. I found this out years later. But at the end of the day, I kind of knew. But like I said, we put blinders on to things that we should open up and let out and air out. And I've never aired this story out. My closest friends know, but that type of hurt, that type of pain, no one's gonna do that loves you. That's not love. It won't get better. It only gets worse. And the only thing you do is lose yourself. When I go back and edit this video, I cannot wait to show y'all the pictures of before and after who I was when I was with this person and who I am now. I think I was down to like 100 pounds, y'all. I was wearing, my leggings was sagging. Literally, my leggings was sagging. How you sagging leggings? Because stress will kill you. If he won't, stress will. So coming from somebody that's been through it, Get out. Get help. It's not okay. And I think one of my biggest fears why I didn't leave was I was afraid of being alone. I was literally afraid of taking that next step, of what came next. I was comfortable, so I knew what to expect in the situation that I was in. I knew what to say, what not to say. Like, I learned to adapt to the situation. And then to get into a new world, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't know, because I was so lost. But it just kept getting worse. I feel like I've been talking very long, so let me tell you what made me leave. I'm pretty sure it's wondering, like, what gave me the courage, what gave me the power. Our last altercation in 2016, I want to say, because my youngest son was born 15. 2016. It was a bad one. It was bad. By then my older ones was 8. He was out partying. I'm home alone with the kids, of course, cooked, prepared meals to nobody, because partying was much more important to him. Mind you, I probably worked a 16-hour shift. Oh, that's another thing. I was working like crazy to provide for him and the family. So he came in about 2, 3 in the morning, loud. Oh my God, he was so loud. At the time, I thought he was drunk, but I found out later he was on drugs as well. So, but I didn't know. I just knew he was angry, like mad, or he was drunk. So he decides to play music, and I'm like, the kids are sleeping, and I have to be to work in a few hours, and they have to be to school. Oh, he flipped the lid. Oh, you stupid bee. I'm so sick and tired of this. I hate you. I can't stand you. And just grabbed me, had my hair wrapped up, and just started punching me. And I'm screaming for help, because I'm like, I don't know if anybody's been through abuse. When a man, you want to beat them, you want to be on top, but mentally, one, you're not there mentally. Physically, they are bigger than you. And at the time, people can say, oh, I would have did this, or you should have did that. At the time, that would have, should have, that shit don't work. That's not what you're feeling in that moment. So I'm screaming for help. So I'm screaming for my daughter. I'm like, call the police. Now, this time I was broken. I'd been enduring it for so many years. I was tired. I was fed up. And so once my daughter got up, called the police, took the police about 5 to 6 minutes to get there. I got this big ass lump on my forehead. Now when the police get there, now I'm hot. Now I'm the aggressor. You know what I mean? Because they weren't there when the situation was happening. Because I'm the one yelling, and dude is calm. So the police thinking it's me. Dude is calm. He's calm. Oh, she's crazy. She's that. She's this. And I'm just blah, 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 blah. And the cops was like, ma'am, if you don't calm down, we're taking you to jail. I'm like, excuse me? Do you see me? Yeah, but we got to go on based on what we see right now, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wow. So this is what it's come to. And then when I looked on the couch, and the officer was like, okay, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, okay, I'm good, I'm calm, blah, 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 blah. And when I looked on the couch, and when the police get ready to leave, I look into my daughter's face, into my daughter's eyes, and it was almost as if she looked broken, defeated, literally. And I caused that. Not this man, I did. Because I stayed in that situation, and I'm passing it on to my baby. And I would wish I could unsee that. I wish I could undo all the pain that my children went through. But that day, in that moment, looking in my daughter's eyes, I knew I had to go. I knew I had to leave. That was it. It was it, y'all. Because it's one thing for you to be broken, which is not okay, but it's a whole nother level to pass it on to your children. They don't deserve it. They deserve deserve, even if you by yourself. There's nothing, a lot of us women are convinced that it's not okay to be a single mother. I am the dopest single mother out here. Yes, I said it. I'm very self-absorbed because I love me and the woman I've become. But I'd rather my kids see me love me and build myself up than to see me with somebody to say I'm with them. I'm in a relationship. I'm married, even though it's a misery. But as a single mother, they see me as an entrepreneur. They see me happy. They see me smiling. They see me laughing. They see me glowing, skin glowing, hair growing, edges back, all that. They see that. And that's what I'd rather my child see than seeing a marriage of two. So I say I'm a single mother with pride. But what was my breaking point? My breaking point, and it didn't happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight, okay? You don't just get up and run unless you at that point. But when you get to that point, even that didn't happen overnight. That's built. So what I did, I started planning. I started planning here. I started planning mentally. Diane, you are better. Diane, you are stronger. Diane, yes, you do not know where this next step is coming, but it got to be better than this, girl. It has to be better than this. You don't know till you try, sis. Do it. So I started planning. I'm like, oh, okay. One day at a time, one step at a time. I started saving money, stacking money to get my own place. I'm about to go. I don't care. If he gonna kill me, if he gonna choke me, if he gonna do whatever he's gonna do, that man gonna have to do it. But me and my kids, we're not enduring this no more. So about a month or two passed, and I was gone. Like, I told him I was leaving, and it's almost as if he didn't believe me. He knew he had so much control over me. He was like, yeah, you say that time and time again. But I changed my thought process. Let him believe whatever he wants to believe. But I know what I'm about to do. I know where I'm going. You have to have enough confidence in you. So start with you. Build yourself up. Start taking care of yourself. Yes, I'm a mother, but I need to take care of myself first in order to take care of them, because I can't take care of them unless I'm in line with me. So I started building myself up. I started planning myself, started buying my own flowers, started taking myself out to eat, started building me, started loving me. To the point where I built so much self-love and so much self-confidence that I didn't need it. I didn't need him. It was so easy for me to walk away. Only because I built myself up. And my kids now are so grateful. They are so thankful. They tell me all the time, like, Mom, we are so happy. And then once I left, ladies, so many skeletons came out the closet. And I think that's another video for another time. But, man, sometimes you really don't know how much damage you do in staying. So my word to you today is be empowered. Do what's right. If you're in an abusive situation, if physical, mental, emotional, or if it's just not right for you, walk away. You deserve better. You are beautiful. You are a goddess. Whether you believe in spirit, whether you believe in God, whatever it is you believe in, they would never want you to live in pain. They would never want you to live in fear. Happiness and love. Love is used more in the Bible than any word. So live in love. Trust your instinct. Trust your gut. It will never let you down. There are people out there, there are resources out there that will help you. Fortunately enough for me, I would get to the place where I would reach out to like the Willow Center and places like that. Every time I get there, I felt like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. But they're out there to help you. Lucky enough, I had enough strength within me to do what I needed to do. And it was crazy. Once I left, my true friends, they came back, and I realized who was not my true friend too. Who was not my true family. Because sometimes something about family, I'm sorry, I'm going to get off this in a second. Something about family, blood don't make y'all family. Some people like seeing you down, seeing you needing them. They do. They really do. They like feeling wanted. But once you doing better, that's when they switch up on you. That's when the phone calls stop. That's when oh, she thinks she better. Oh, she out here doing this. Yep. No, that's what you think. You think I'm better. But yes, I'm out here doing this because I'm doing this for me and mine. You feel? So do what you have to do for you. When you came into this world, God, spirit, universe already had your story written out for you. You the one who get off course because you don't follow your instinct. I don't follow my instinct. So do what's right for you. I just want to tell you guys thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is the first time I've ever recorded my testimony, I guess you could say. I don't even know if it's testimony, but now this peace that I have. I know how to paint. I know how to motivate. I know how to love. So reach out, dig deep, discover that divine goddess that you are. I love you, and I'm here for you. Ashe.